Welcome along people to another one of my little videos. Recently I've been down at XL in London to the Motorcycle News motorcycle show. And while I was there I happened by a trade stand that were displaying soft luggage. The company is called Mosko Moto. I was quite intrigued by the product and one of the guys very kindly gave me a demo, and before I start and get into the video, I had a slight technical issue with my camera. I forgot to switch it on. Anyhow, to be fair to him, he started the whole process over again, so we kind of drop in just as he's giving the details of the company. Unfortunately, I didn't catch his name. I have recently caught up with him on Instagram. His name is Mav, he's a top man, and I think he did a terrific job for us. So stick around after the intros and watch this demo of some soft luggage by Mosko Moto.
So, Mosko Moto, company out of the Pacific Northwest in America, Washington State, founded by a couple of people who live to travel on bikes and to go see the world, and they wanted to make luggage that could take the tough traveling that adventure riding entails, and they wanted to have luggage that could run on any bike. So originally founded based on what we call the reckless luggage that could run on any kind of enduro bike, doesn't require any kind of frame, you can drop it and strap it onto a range of bikes. And out of that we then expanded the luggage line and have clothing as well to really kind of tailored towards very specifically genuine adventure riding. This is not for your commuting.
Not what I do.
And that's
I have
okay.
an adventure bike, but
yeah, well, and that's okay too. And this is, and you know, some of it isn't well suited to that. So the clothing is all without armor because you're going to wear separate armor, and we're focused on that market for that to make it work. So fascinating company. I don't even work for them. I'm just associated with them.
okay.
Being a long-term fan of their kit.
Right.
Met Rule 4 years ago when they wanted to borrow some luggage.
So that is your bike?
That's my personal bike, an HP2, and yeah, I do this as a break from my day job. I get to talk to fellow enthusiasts, and the kit is so good, it's just fun to talk about it because it's got so much great features to it.
Cool.
It's not a sales pitch, it's like, isn't it cool?
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to talk about. So, all of our luggage is soft luggage, we're focused on that. And the idea being that soft luggage, hard luggage has a place. Like if you're commuting, you want to be able to put your helmet in the box, you want to leave your laptop secured, you want to feel secure. You know, that's where hard boxes have a place, and we're not trying to say this is better than that, but as an alternative, soft luggage has a few other alternatives that we think in certain riding opportunities are better. One is, if you're filtering, soft luggage is narrow. And secondly, if you clip a car with soft luggage, it's not the end of the world. You clip a car with hard boxes, words are going to be exchanged, and then some. So,
I have a question.
Sorry, please.
So if you did happen to rub, how durable is it for a scuff or a rub?
So we've had a customer who, she took 60 mile an hour off on tarmac. So you can imagine how much that slid down the road. Now the way that the bag's designed, I'll show you that in a minute, is actually an inner dry bag, and all of this is essentially protection and sacrificial. Her dry bag maintained integrity. She was able to tape it up, and all of her belongings were still in there, and she was able to carry on the trip. And we have a really good warranty service and really good customer service, but that's not going to help you when you're 500 miles from home. You need to get home. So all of our kit is designed to be as self-service and get you home as it can be. And then if it has failed, call us up and we'll take care of it. But you're still going to get home. And so we're very much designed it in that way. And so all of this is in essence sacrificial. The way that it works. So as a soft bag, we can jump into this part, right? It's roll top, so they're completely separate dry lining.
Wow!
So all of this can take all the abuse. UV damage that you're going to get from being outside all the time, any kind of ropes and erosion. So that bike there, I've dragged that out of ditches and through hedges. You can see the outside takes all the abuse. This dry lining is separate. This can be focused on durability, not on waterproofs.
So the exterior kind of look as rough and as lived in, and then you can just replace the inner if you really need. Fabulous.
And this comes out separately if you want to. You can seal it up. And so this then means that then basically roll down like a conventional dry bag.
So now I'm a canoeist, so I know exactly how a dry bag would or should work.
So I probably wouldn't literally submerge this for an hour, but in terms of I have submerged my bike, and it's fine. I wouldn't leave it under there for hours.
You're clearly a pervert. In the nicest possible way.
Obviously, well, I take it as a compliment.
It is. It's meant to be.
A couple of the nice features that we have is what I find now is that I wouldn't be able to. This thing here is called a beaver tail.
It's called a beaver tail.
I call it a beaver tail because basically, if I loosen these straps a little bit, I can pull this out, and then I can put in here my flip flops.
Oh wow! Okay.
So I can put them in with my kit, but also I ride now more with a windproof jacket. Carry waterproof. Just jam that in here. So when the rain starts,
just
stop, lean back, pull it out,
bang,
pull it on.
Done.
Because normally when you're riding, it's like, oh, I can't be bothered to stop to get my jacket. The rain will go away, and it doesn't. By the time you do stop, you're soaked. If it's right there, I don't have to get the bike. You can just reach back, pull that. Also, when it stops raining, and the jacket's wet, I'm not putting it in with my dry kit. I put it in here and it's out the way. Also, like I say, flip flops is a good one as well. So the beaver tail's really handy for that. So these straps come out, we can put a lot more in here as well. So it's a really handy feature. And then you just secure it in. And then all of our straps have these Velcro tidies. Which that really appeals to my OCD, but also more importantly,
I love it.
If they're not secure, they're just going to flat themselves to death, and then you're going to ruin the bag long before its life. So you can just secure it here. It's nice to tie it the way.
Brilliant, I like that.
And then in terms of securing it to the bike, simply a strap here, we pull this clip here. So right like that.
Simple as.
So, in fact, anything else is easier than a hard pannier to remove. You've got to carry it out to the carrier, and then on the mount it, this becomes part of the kit. And the pannier frames, this is a Mototech that we're partners with, BMW, Triumph, Touratech.
So this panel would fit my GS Venture.
Exactly. And so it comes with these 4 bolts, 4 U-bolts. You see the adjustment here? So you can adjust the width, the position fore and aft and up and down to get the fit for your bike. And then the bolts are designed to fit around both round tubing and square tubing. And then if the bike has an exhaust cutout, like the BMW rack does, we do an adapter plate. To then tailor for the cutout as well. So this is then your pannier. So I find that then when I go to work, I put my laptop, I change the clothes in here, rip that off into the office. More convenient than a hard pannier. So the hard pannier, you end up putting a dry bag inside because you can't trust the hard pannier to be dry. So this is the dry bag. Takes to the office and then golden. And because it's got the separate internal layer, when this gets dirty, I just power hose it. I literally
power hose the exterior. Really? Wow. Okay. Cool.
Dry bag. What I do is I take the dry bag out from the inside. Because that doesn't get dirty. This is the outside. So it's just jet wash it.
Brilliant.
Let's put it back on. See, there's a shaft to it. That just lines up in here.
Clink.
And then you can padlock through here. So
you can?
Latch,
oh, cool.
Secures it. And this metal plate here allows you to put a steel core strap through here. And you can actually then lock it around the bike as well. To be honest, I think by being soft bags, it tends to be less attractive to a thief.
Really?
Well, because it's like it's a bag. A hard box is like, let's secure it, that's locked up. I literally, when I go to work I work in Oxford, I leave the other pannier on the bike, and I've never come back to find it messed with. Even though I've seen cars have their catalytic converter stored, because they know what they're looking for. In a soft bag, what do you think you're going to find in there? A pair of shoes and some clothes? So I find that, obviously it's not actually secure, but as a feeling of a target, it doesn't feel so obvious.
So compared to a metal pannier like I have,
Yep.
how many litres are you looking at?
35 litres.
35, and for this bag?
This is 40 litres.
40.
You can do a 30.
And it's the same.
You can do 25 or 35. Some people,
Okay.
you know, want to have a smaller on the exhaust side.
Yep.
So we can do it a combo. That's one way of doing it. I find also, compared to a hard pannier, we've got the Beaver tail, which obviously a hard pannier. Sorry, chap. We're just filming.
Sorry,
It's all right.
I do apologise.
All right. So compared to the hard pannier, it's a bit more versatile. So I can put these pouches on. Yep.
Yep.
On the front, on the back, on the front, and on the bottom too. So in this case, you've got water,
Yep.
tool roll, fuel.
You've answered the question. Fuel, because I was going to say fuel, obviously, because it's soft.
Well, so MSR fuel bottles fit in here perfectly.
Brilliant.
Two in there.
Right.
And I use those not for range, but for emergency.
Yeah, totally.
The way that I carry it.
Absolutely.
And then also you can double it in my fuel stove as well.
Yeah.
So the soft pannier is quite a lot more versatile in terms of the way you can pack it. The hard pannier, what I found was having to use a dry bag inside it,
Yeah.
which is taking a lot of space, because the pannier is quite corrosive in there as well, so you end up using quite an industrial dry bag. So you end up using a lot of volume, because that dry bag doesn't fill up all the spaces in there properly. So I find I can pack more into this than I can in my hard box. It's the same volume. So
Nice.
flexibility there.
Right.
But also because I can use pouches around it,
Yeah.
I've got that versatility.
Yeah, yeah.
And then the other part that's nice for the soft pannier compared to a hard pannier is when you do drop the bike, and you will,
Yeah.
this will take the impact.
Right.
Whereas a hard pannier will deform and it will never come quite back straight.
Right.
I had hard panniers for years.
You mentioned about the leg thing earlier, which is important.
So with off-road riding, this is very common, but it
Yeah.
can happen in road riding too. That essentially, with the hard pannier, if you were to catch your foot on a curb or a rut,
Yeah.
often you can get your boot between the hard pannier and that curb or
Yeah.
that rut, and as the bike rolls forward, there's nowhere for it to go, and that hard pannier is just going to carry on through your leg.
Yeah.
And it's just a very, very painful accident. And even if you've got soft boots as well, it can then just crush your foot or hurt your knee, and with the landing as well. With the soft pannier, it's just got that little give to then wiggle that foot out and get it out of there. So if it goes down on you as well, you've still got it raised off the ground, so as the bike comes down, it's not going to flatten your leg, which is what some people get nervous of.
Yeah.
But it's not. But the pannier itself isn't going to then crush you down. It's a much softer impact point. So we just find I teach a little bit of off-road riding, and I tell people I'm taking, my recommendation would be not to bring a hard pannier, no matter
Absolutely.
what. So
Yeah. I think we're going to struggle with the.
sound, yeah.
So thanks ever so much
Does that help?
for your time.
Is that okay?
Yeah, absolutely,
Hope
brilliant.
It wasn't too much.
No, absolutely. No, great content. No, absolutely fantastic. Thanks ever so much for your time.
No worries.
We've made it to the end of another video. Thanks ever so much for sticking around and making it this far. Thanks very much to Mav and Mosko Moto. Hopefully you've enjoyed this one, people. If you have, please leave a thumbs up. If you haven't, please leave a thumbs down. Please leave a comment in the comment section below. Do not forget to ding dong that bell, and that way you'll never miss another video here on The Mad Leprechaun. Until next time, people, take care. Bye-bye.